this is a game that is played on the Switch between two humans who are Heir of Thrones. But that being said, Redacious, the way he's been able to manipulate the character in actual game and set situations has been just so impressive to watch.
So this is going to be a lot of fun, actually. We get to see another Inkling going against a completely different character. We got to see a Roy. We got to see a character that likes to be pretty aggressive, likes to be spacey, but always in your face. Minecraft Steve, on the other hand, appreciates his space, likes to take vacations on the other side of the stage, set up his materials, and then eventually punish you for being aggressive. So we're going to see how this Inkling adapts to a more defensive play style.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, compared to Roy, this is basically Roy's polar opposite.
That was such, it's so easy to just come undone there and maybe go for an F smash when you see Inkling go for that recovery and not go for ledge. But the presence of mind to go for up smash there and make that catch is so smart by Redacious.
Yeah, it's a veteran maneuver for a character that hasn't really been out for the majority of this game's lifespan.
So we're seeing more approaches with Roller right now by TBONE, trying to find a way to just stand on solid ground. It feels like Redacious really has control over neutral by far and large, and that's another up B that's going to get him killed.
Yeah, not quite sure TBONE wanted to space that with respect to the ledge, and now that Redacious has Diamond, not even saving him for the last stock, already getting an early percent combo up to 63.
That is a death. Yep, absolutely, that'll do it. TBONE's recovery, Inkling's recovery, moves a very long way vertically. But at any point, if you just forget about the fact that my man Steve can just place housing foundations in front of you and keep you from recovering the ledge, you're probably going to die because of it.
Yeah, wood not necessarily the longest lasting tools in Steve's arsenal, so with the use of that roller off stage, you might be able to stall a little bit, maybe sneak under it, but just didn't see that attempted from TBONE.
Yeah, that's a good point. Stalling against Steve, especially when he's trying to ledge trap you or edge guard you or go off stage, whatever he decides to do, is extremely crucial. At any point, you can throw off Steve's timing to make his tools null and void is exactly what you want to do. I'm going to start on Kalos now. Similar look to game one on FD. You got the platforms on the side. Let's see how... It's always interesting when you go from FD to Kalos because obviously both the stages are big. But it's interesting to see how the players adapt to having these platforms on the side and how they use them for either recovery or edge guarding.
Oh, no question. Wow, but just between those... Oh, wow. I thought
that was so smart.
Yeah, I thought those blocks would have just trapped him in for a while, but it just gave him the opportunity to tag.
Yeah, I feel like something that he knew too. One, that he was going to be able to tech that after the jab, and right after he teched it, to be able to throw out cart, and no, TBONE's not going to expect that, basically gave him the advantage in that whole fight and got him the first stock.
Yeah, Inkling's recovery, of course, does have the distance, but you pretty much do if you are going to be using upstart to drop low first.
I like the attempt to get around the fire rolling in, but Redacious was ready for it. It feels like every single way TBONE tries to approach, Redacious has an answer for it.
Yeah, it's just shutting off every avenue.
My goodness.
Redacious with the F smash at ledge again, and I don't want to jinx it just yet, but we may be cruising for a 6-stock here.
Hey, it's very possible. TBONE has just not had an answer for the aggressive tendencies of Redacious, for the defensive tendencies of Redacious. Maybe this roller will steal a stock, and commentators curse it is. This is going to be at least a 5 for Redacious, but you know TBONE wants to come back in this situation.
Yeah, no doubt, and you can keep the pressure on. Redacious doesn't have any tools more solid than wood.
Oh, okay. So that was actually that was actually so intense and smart by Redacious. In that situation, right, where you just mentioned he didn't have any more materials, very easily could have played it safe, went to the other side of the stage, built materials. I mean, he had a whole stock lead. He had infinite time to actually say, that's fine, you can recover. I'm just going to make myself as strong as possible. He's had such an easy time with edge guarding that entire match. He's like, I don't think you have an answer for what I'm doing. So he just laid 2 blocks in front of him, knew that he